What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. We got a ginormous statue in the house. This is, of course, the Prime 1 Hunter's Victim. So this is meant to be displayed with the Prime 1 Jungle Hunter overscaled 1/4, which, if I'm brutally honest, I wish I would have bought that one instead of the 1/3. Had I known how the scaling would have been done, because the 1/4 is more closer to true 1/3 than the 1/3 is. That one's closer to half. And honestly, I've been thinking of, if anyone has the 1/4 and wants to trade it to my 1/3 plus a little cash, I would be down for that. I know the detail's not as good and whatnot, but I think it would, of course, go better with this and just scale better with my collection. Now, I did get this from Spec Fiction. I'll leave a link in the description below where you guys can pick this up. He still has it in stock. I got it as $500 plus shipping. So super cheap. Goodness gracious. This tape is... Oh my Jupiter. Alright, this is heavy. Styrofoam breaking on me. Okay. But yeah, I got this from Spec Fiction. They sell a plethora of different statues. Prime 1, XM, I've been buying from them for many, many years. Todd's a great guy. Oh my Jupiters. This thing is really... there we go. Pretty big. All right. Let's see, what are the instructions? Leaf. I'll do that off camera, and this. All right, check out the size of this tree. Pretty solid and heavy, gigantic metal pegs. So we'll just have to line up that metal rod. We can get this in. All right, where are you, Jupiter? And there we go, got it. Just have to line up that metal rod, but look how big this is already. Jupiter. Alrighty. So you can see right here, and how do you check the camera, make sure this is even an angle. All right. This is a tall piece, so I try to get the camera more back. Pretty sure this is accurate. Just saw the newest episode of House of Dragons. You all watching House of Dragons right now? I'm enjoying it. It definitely feels like Game of Thrones, I'll say that. Game of Thrones always has this special feel to it. I swear this is accurate, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like this? No, it has to be. Yeah, it's like this. Just not lining up perfectly. Get that metal rod in. Wait, I think I got it. Come on. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. So, get these Prime 1 using this styrofoam that breaks up. All right, there's a ton of leaves you're supposed to put in this, but I'll do that after. I want to do the main stuff, which next looks like is the hanging body. So check this out. So this is the body. Now it's going to be hanging from here. I am real curious on scaling, like how this scales, you know, like this is 1/4, but let's look at it next to, like, I'm just going to compare real quick to like a 1/3. Those are kind of bigger 1/3, so like, let's say ECC. I mean, this is just as tall as ECC Freddy. I just compared this to ECC Freddy, and it's the exact same height from, bottom of the foot to top. Now this, interesting. Okay, so it hangs like this via a metal rod. Okay. All right, that one went in much smoother than the 2 tree parts did. So, all these little styrofoam. So check it out. Technically, this is the accurate look. Although you can display it how you want, but kind of the, innards, if you will, are like that. Yeah, this is a huge piece. Man, that is big. Shoot, put her. All right, let's see. Obviously, okay. Yeah, both his hands, let's see. Pretty strong magnet there. And it has some different tree branches. Oh, wait, interesting. Is that accurate? I need to make sure this is accurate. There's a few of these. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that one was accurate. I think this actually goes there. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, there's quite a few of these big branch things that are hanging off. So that's a fat one. Let's see. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly, off these instructions. Just gonna kind of have to look at it and guess. Like that definitely goes here. Let's see. Well, actually, this has to go like this. All right, there we go. Nope. All right, basically beyond these 3 more branches, which I don't want to see you guys have me struggle here. I'm just going to go ahead and finish setting this up, folks. This is kind of the main display. Of course, there's leaves and more branches hanging out. This is bigger than I anticipated. I'm going to show you guys the ECC Cinemaquette next to it because I think that scales best with it versus Prime 1. But hold on while I finish setting this up. Alrighty, folks. Sorry that took so long. I mean, for you it took a half second. This just took me forever because this particular piece right here, this tree branch, for some reason, Prime 1 glued it in the magnet backward, and so instead of sucking it in, it was pushing it out. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I couldn't get it in. I tried using museum putty. That wouldn't work. There was only one way to rectify it. I had to remove the magnet out. So I used a hairdryer on this piece for like a solid 3 minutes, and it made the resin super loose around the magnet. And I was able to use a little knife type tool, and I was able to pop it out, put it back in, held the resin tight as it cooled down and hardened, and now it goes in great. So Prime 1, you really got to do that QC, bud. Alrighty, so let's get a much better shot. Alrighty, got that for the whole thing. Now let's dive in deeper to this. So first off, huge. This is a huge, huge, huge piece. It is kind of a hassle to set up, I will say. I mean, it was not super easy. So you get 4 additional branches that go in here, and they don't give you very clear instructions on how to do it. I did what I thought looked best, kind of spread it out a little bit. Some of these, you know, as you can see, being shipped, they got kind of flattened, so you kind of got to straighten these out. But again, wildlife kind of grows in every which way direction, so it doesn't need to be perfect. You get 3 of these to hang, so they just kind of dangle. There's one right here, here, and here. They also give you a real rope to tie around the feet. It does 2 things. 1, it adds realism because it's, you know, rope that is tying them up. And 2, it also helps secure this because it is held in via 2 pegs right here. But then they want you to tighten the rope like really tight. And, you know, I think it also just helps secure the piece, you know, due to the dynamic, you know, because it pegs in there. There is a seam line there. The seam line there is not as noticeable. I think they could have hit that one a little bit better. And I tried to push in as hard as I could, but it is not going in any further. It does feel secure. You know, I don't feel like the piece is going to fall by any means. Now, the base is very heavy, so I think it will support, you know, the fact that you got pretty much all the weight right there on the piece. You know, it definitely has a ton of freaking presence, I will say. Like I said, the actual just, you know, body itself, the victim, is as tall as ECC Freddy. From head to toe, it's about the exact same height. So definitely feels more 1/3 than 1/4 scale, I will say that. So base has a really nice jungle theme. There also is some blood dripping right here. And what looks like, honestly, some of his guts have just fallen out from getting probably jabbed by the predator in the gut. You know, so that's a cool feature. Overall, the base looks really good. Honestly, this is really making me want the Jungle Hunter 1/4 by P1. This is so cool. You know, and obviously it just pairs so much better. I will try the Cinemaquette with this, but ultimately I think I should just sell the P1 1/3 or trade it to someone and get the 1/4 so I could pair it with this. It'd pair great in the closet. They'd both fit on the shelf. Let's check out this hunter victim. So he actually does have one eye open, like an eyeball. The other eye's like kind of gone up. You see some teeth. Really nice glossy look. You know, I think they did the blood overall great. You can see like he's been skinned alive literally. So this is like his muscular, you know, muscles you're seeing underneath and bone. You know, it's just muscle, bone, and then really like his, you know, freaking just innards right there. All his intestines, and you see some veins. It's pretty gruesome, no doubt. Fingers look nice and skinny because they've been, you know, just skinned alive. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, some of these branches do have a nasty seam line as well, so I think they could have did that a little bit better. You Now, I'm just glad I was able to get that magnet reverse because it was really annoying. And that is like the most crucial one, literally, that or that. The other ones are kind of hidden by the branches. They're still there and they do look cool. It's like almost like vines that are going up and down, throughout the tree. The tree looks excellent, looks, just like a real tree, and it is huge. Yeah, definitely well worth the $500 asking price plus shipping by Spec Fiction. Prime One was charging $800 plus shipping, and shipping was, I can't even remember, but it's very expensive from Prime One Direct. Ever since they updated their shipping costs, it's very expensive to go through Prime One, and so for us in the U.S., I think it's good to have, like a retailer you can go through, like Spec Fiction. For example, I got my Gandalf Ultimate through Spec Fiction. He gave me a shipped price that was $500 cheaper than Prime One. $500 cheaper, and you just have to wait a few months. I'm willing to wait a few months to save $500. Let's get a good back view of this thing. The box is quite big, as you can see. It's a big, tall box, of course, because this is a lot of parts, multi-layered. Yeah, that is cool. Definitely very cool. Of course, if we had the Prime One, it'd go best here. But I'm going to bring Cinemacat over here because I really want to see what that looks like. So hold on. Alrighty, YouTubers. So this is how the Hunter Victim looks next to the Prime One. Mark that. Cinemacat Predator. I think it scales pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. You want to have the tree taller than the actual Prime One, or than the actual Predator statue. And this measures 42 inches tall. Width. God, I'm going to need to, let me measure this. Alrighty, so it's about 20 inches deep from the base. And this edge of the tree to that part of the base is close to 29 inches. So definitely a space hog. I think that's probably the biggest reason people are passing on this is simply due to space, not the fact that, it doesn't look cool or due to the price. I think it's due to space, because that's basically an entire other statue. Like, you get like an alien 1/3, or you get this. Obviously, in that situation, you'd choose an alien 1/3, if you know what I mean. But there's no denying that this is a fantastic companion to any Predator statue. Like just any Predator statue. A 1/4, like any of the Sideshow 1/4s, any of the Prime One 1/4s, Cinemacat. This can really, scale and look good with any of those. So I do have a few ideas on how I want to do this. I definitely like it with the Cinemacat because I think scaling works good. Now, I potentially could put this by the Prime One statue in the background. I think the bases match a little bit better. That looks more like the Prime One 1/3 than this. I mean, that's still a jungle theme, of course, but just the way it looks better, I think, with Prime One. But scaling works better with Cinemacat for sure. So yeah, I'll figure it out on how I want to do this, but that definitely looks really cool, folks. Really, really cool. I mean, technically, I could keep that just like that and throw the Prime One right next to the bust if I truly wanted to. Now, I would remove it off the Lazy Susan, though, because it is on a Lazy Susan. But, yeah, that definitely looks really cool. So, huge shout out to Spec Fiction. Thanks for the awesome deal. For those who are interested, please use the link in the description below to get yours. Predator Hunter Victim. Once this thing is sold out, I highly doubt it's going to go up for sale that often. It is limited to 350, so it is a pretty low edition size, and we're definitely going to get a lot more Predator statues, but I highly doubt we're ever going to get one of these again. So if you want a badass background companion piece, this is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.